What's up, guys? This is Jake. I'm the beginner trader. I work construction from 6 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. I'm on the West Coast time, so I only have about an hour to 2 hours in the morning to place a trade, put my stop loss, put my take profit, and get out. Right now, I'm working on a 50K growth funded account through Tradeify, and I am on a 2 day losing streak. As you can see here, I guess it's not 2 days, but it feels like 2 days. Today I lost $224. I took 4 trades. Not really going to go over my trades too much today because I was kind of all over the place. It wasn't a terrible trading day for me, but the market conditions were not optimal, and that's where I messed up and where I should have just held back and been a little bit more patient. But let's go over what I wrote down and focus on that today, really. So I said, first off, I took too many trades. 4 trades is crazy. Max I should be taking is 2. I need to be more patient. So the biggest problem with today was that there is very few targets left on the chart right after market open. Market open, there I'm pretty sure there was only London highs and some like previous like New York AM session highs that were targets, but on Nasdaq swept them out. ES was super close, and on that 6:30 5 minute candle, it essentially took out all those sweeps of targets. So then that left some 4 hour highs that weren't really that important, clearly, because it never went up to get it. And then down low, price was just looking so bullish that it was kind of hard to target any draws to the downside. So that's really where I went wrong. So I think another thing to focus on was when all those like high liquidity sweeps and obvious draws get taken, usually takes quite a bit of time for market to kind of like repopulate and like get new draws, which is if I'm watching the charts at 6:30, and typically I like to take a trade between 6:30 and 7. When there is no obvious draws, it usually takes till around 7:30 to 8 to where draws are made again, and we could start just targeting some other areas of the chart. Another thing that I wanted to focus on today was to be a reactionary trader and to react to what the chart is doing. Don't try to predict what the chart is going to do. So basically, that's the first time I've ever heard that, and it kind of hit me to just realize that you want to just be observing what the chart is actually doing and reacting to basically the signals. So we could jump down. We'll jump into the chart in a second. Here's all the trades I took. Lost $100. I think this one was like really quick. And then I made back 172, which was a pretty decent trade. Lost 100 quickly, and then I lost 200. And that was about it today. So let's look on TradingView. And so basically what I was saying this morning, how all of the good draws and liquidity got taken. I'm going to go, we can stay on this 5 minute, but so market open is right here where my cursor is. And as you can see on NASDAQ, it literally took all the highs. So this was the London highs, and then we had these previous New York AM highs, and then we had these 4-hour highs up here. So at market open, we had already swept this. It made me want to go bullish. We were also getting some kind of breaks in structure on the 5 minute on ES, I believe. And so that was the first trade I took where I lost like a quick $100. Very quickly, I changed my mind because ES had not taken out these highs, which this was London high, or no. Yeah, 530. We still had these 2 draws, the New York AM high and then this secondary high up here. And so I wanted to target those. I don't even think I took this trade this was the last trade that I took that I highlighted because chart was reacting pretty bullishly, so I assumed that we were going to go take out these highs. It wasn't the worst trade. It was pretty low risk and also a ratio of 2.7, which I was satisfied with. And this was the one winning trade that we had. I think it was essentially the same trade on NASDAQ. I was targeting, again, these highs up here. I ended up taking 2 contracts off right where this wick went to because there was a 1 hour FBG that we were kind of going against. And so I figured if we were going to turn around, that's exactly where we were going to turn around. And that is what we did. But besides that, market was just choppy. and we didn't really have any good draws. If these London highs were up here where this 4 hour high is, then it would have made a lot more sense to focus on longs and go for those targets. But because these already got swept out and there's just nothing left on the chart, Asia lows got swept out, Asia highs got swept out. It just didn't make sense. And so that's kind of, I guess, what I really needed to focus on today and what I needed to learn and take away. And yeah, the shorts were kind of obvious. I drew out this box for a reason, and I was respecting it. I was waiting for a break every single time these candles came down there, never broke. And then we got the break, never got a retest, and that was all she wrote. Nuke sound. That's about it. So today was a losing day, but I'm not super disappointed in it. Definitely took too many trades. Should have been more patient. The one winning trade that I took was good. The first short that I took was questionable. It was a little bit early into market. I'm pretty sure it was right here, around 635, 640, but is what it is. To me, it's just all part of the learning process. I am going to just keep showing up. I feel like I actually learned something by putting the ICT kill zone kind of indicators where they just mark out London highs, London lows, Asian highs, Asian lows. I think putting those on my chart really makes the targets clear. Targets and liquidity sweeps clear. And so I feel really good about that. I feel good about my trading still, even though this month isn't looking too good, or at least this week isn't looking too good. If we can, I don't know, just keep staying consistent. Today's loser wasn't bad. $224. I'll take that for an L any day. Not much else to say. Hopefully tomorrow we're back in the winning column, and see you guys tomorrow if we take a trade. Later.